Something's wrong.
We have you now, Death Slinger.
Death Slinger?
Ugh.
We have to help!
They've got backup!
Don't just stand there! Get them!
Is everyone okay?
How did you find me?
Find you?
Talk, or the same thing happens to you.
I have nothing to say to you, traitor.
Traitor?
No one joins the Cloaked Brotherhood and leaves. You should already know that, Zack Spade.
Cloaked Brotherhood? You were a part of the Cloaked Brotherhood this entire time?
I am not a part of the Cloaked Brotherhood.
Then why did he call you a traitor? How do they know what your name is? Tell me!
I already told you, I am not a part of them. How do you even know who the Cloaked Brotherhood are?
Because they destroyed my only home and family. Kara. I need some time to think. It's probably best to give her some space for now. I'm not too sure. It sounds like a mercenary guild. They called him the Death Slinger. He's an infamous mercenary for hire. They say he has a death wish. The Death Slinger would take on missions and jobs that no one else would take on because of how dangerous they were. Anyone crazy enough to do those jobs were said to have no regard for their own life. Somehow the Death Slinger took those impossible jobs and found a way to survive. At the Mage Guild, We were warned that there were certain encounters, or individuals, who if we ran into, we would not, under any circumstances, engage them. The Deathslinger is one of those people. He has one of the highest body counts out of any mercenary.
Regardless of Zack's past, it appears his present self is no longer affiliated with the Cloaked Brotherhood or his persona of Deathslinger. He has also not betrayed us thus far. I have a few theories, although I do not advocate jumping to any conclusions before we have discussed the matters with Zack or Kara. Regardless, his previous time as Deathslinger is something he has attempted to keep hidden as a way to disassociate himself with his past.
Tell me about the Cloaked Brotherhood.
What do you want to know?
How did you become associated with them?
They gave me my mission to silence a target. It was a part of their initiation.
So you were looking to join them.
That was before I knew what they were all about. When I went to carry out the mission, that's when I found out the truth. My target was an ex-member of the Cloaked Brotherhood. The rule is, the Brotherhood is for life. This person didn't want to kill anymore, and he ran away. He was being hunted but had evaded the Brotherhood for years. When they finally found him, he was living a simple life, in a small village with a wife and 2 kids. The mission was to kill him and everyone close to him, and to send a clear message for anyone else who would want to leave the Brotherhood. That was my initiation. I know my target killed people. Probably innocent people too, since he was part of the Brotherhood. But his family was innocent. Their only crime was knowing him. I've never killed innocent people before, and I wasn't going to start then. When I found my target, I warned him of my mission and told him I would cover him so he and his family could escape. I knew the others who joined me in my mission would kill me if they knew I'd betrayed them, so I took them out before they could get me, and then I let my target go free. Once the Cloaked Brotherhood found out I didn't complete the mission and help the target escape, I knew they would start hunting me. I tried to get away and stayed in hiding for as long as I could. But they are a very covert guild who deal in secrets. How do you even know of the Cloaked Brotherhood?
My dad was one of their targets. He had stumbled into some information when he was working as a treasurer's assistant. He reported it to the treasurer, who had been corrupt and sought to silence him. We escaped, but our life was never the same. We had to move from city to city and never stayed in one place for longer than a few days. My dad would be gone for hours, sometimes even days at a time. But no matter how long he was gone, I was never really afraid because I always knew he'd come back for me. Until one day, he didn't. I knew something had happened to him, but I had no way of finding him. I spent my life trying to figure out what had happened. I dug into as much as I could, the treasurer, what it was, who called the hit, everything. I found out it was the Cloaked Brotherhood who did it, but there was no more information I could gather on them. They cover all of their tracks. I'm not sure if he's really dead or not. I've tried to come to terms with it.
But you want closure. I know their base of operation. They have a ledger there that keeps records of all the jobs. So even though this happened years ago, you can still find your answer. But do you really want to know the truth? It might not be the answer you want to hear.
Yes. I'm sorry for jumping to conclusions earlier. I just haven't heard the name Cloaked Brotherhood in so long, and as soon as I heard it...
I understand.
I won't be able to concentrate knowing there's finally a lead I can pursue about my dad. As much as I don't want to, I'll have to leave the group.
I'm coming with you.
What?
I've been running from my past for long enough, but enough is enough. They'll never stop searching for me, and the longer I run, the more I put others at risk. I don't want to be the one that puts all of us in danger. I'd never forgive myself if I let them hurt the ones I care about most.
I guess we'll both be leaving then.
Looks like it.
So, where do we go next to take care of the Cloaked Brotherhood?
What?
You said you guys are going to take care of that guild, right? What's our next step?
Zack and I are going to go alone.
If your description of the Cloaked Brotherhood is accurate, then this mission will have a greater chance of success with the aid of the entire group.
Absolutely not. It's too dangerous.
I believe my combat abilities as a magecaster have been proven on numerous occasions.
And as a mage knight and an active member of the Mage Guild, I have been trained for dangerous missions such as this.
But what about collecting energy to help him get back home? I'm not sure what to say.
Boy, boy! Boy!
If this is what you guys want to do, I'm not gonna stop you.
Thanks, you guys.
Let's get going then.
Hold on, Zack. It's already nighttime and we don't have a plan formulated. I think we can afford one extra day to set everything out.
Let's sleep on it and decide what our next steps will be in the morning.
Sounds good to me.
Good morning!
Boy? Boy. Boy!
We're mapping out our route to the Cloaked Brotherhood's hideout.
I figured you might want to sleep in. It'll end up being a bit of a journey to get there.
The Cloaked Brotherhood is located somewhere within Bridgewick, and that's located back towards the southeast.
You are correct. However, that is still advantageous towards our main goal. To reach the water temple, we would have to travel in the same direction regardless.
You're positive the Cloaked Brotherhood is in Bridgewick? How do you know if you never joined them? Even through all my research and contacts, I wasn't able to learn their location. They keep it very well protected.
I wasn't supposed to know it either. The Brotherhood doesn't reveal the location until you've been initiated. When I was sent to complete my initiation mission, one of the men let slip the location before confirming the completion of my mission. I haven't gone there myself to confirm, so once we reach Bridgewick, we'll need to do more scouting.
It still sounds like our best lead. What is it?
What were you expecting? Hiding someplace unremarkable is a pretty good strategy. They don't typically see too much crime here.
I wonder how much influence they have on the townsfolk here.
Probably very little. I'd guess that most of the townsfolk don't even realize that the Brotherhood is even here. Too many people might recognize me there.
They may be, but the inn is a prime target to leave Cloaked Brotherhood scouts. They'll most likely recognize Zack and alert the guild that he's here.
That's a good point, which brings up an even larger problem. Where can Zack hide out? It might take a few days to even find a lead. He has to be able to stay and sleep somewhere.
I have a contact here. We can ask him if he'll let me lay low for a while.
Who is it?
A friend of a friend. He won't turn us away. Hey,
Oh, good afternoon. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's usually pretty quiet up front at this time. What can I do for you?
are you Adrian?
I am. Who's asking?
I'm a friend of Damon.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
He always spoke very highly of you. Said the only blade worth having was the one forged by Adrian.
And then he switched to dischargers. Lost out my business when that happened. you that boy you took in? Although, you're not so much a boy anymore.
Zack,
I'm sorry about what happened to Damon. He didn't deserve to go like that.
no, he didn't.
Anyway, Damon was like a brother to me, and I know how much he cared about you. He wouldn't stop talking about how you were going to be one of the best mercs out there, maybe rivaling even him. Anything I can do to help, you just let me know. A friend of Damon's is a friend of mine.
I appreciate the offer. In fact, I do have a favor to ask. Would it be alright if I lay low here for a while?
I won't ask why, but can you promise me you won't bring anything back to my shop? I don't need any trouble here.
I promise you won't be involved at all.
Then, feel free to stay as long as you need.
Thank you.
The rest of you going to stay here too?
It's a bit crowded in here, and we've got some things to take care of first. Hi! Hi! Boy.
All right, you can stay.
We'll be back as soon as we can. All right, we've got to find the location of the Cloaked Brotherhood's hideout. It'll make more sense if we split up to find information.
Agreed. Our best course of action is to investigate in pairs. That way, should anyone befall any trouble, they will not be alone.
Good thinking.
Amy and I will start in the north of the town, while you two start in the south. We'll meet up back here afterwards.
I'll scout some of the buildings out around here and see if I can find any unusual activity. Sounds like a plan.
Yes, can we help you? The cloaked what?
Never heard of them, kid.
What do you want? The what? are you talking about? Get lost!
What do you want? What about it? Yes, you shouldn't be traveling alone. If you'll excuse me.
Quit moving! You're a mage? You're finally awake.
I heard you were looking for the Cloaked Brotherhood, and I'd like to know why. Ah, tough guy, huh? Oh, did that hurt?
There are other ways of getting you to talk. Who's there? Hey, cut it out!
What the hell?
A mage knight?
goodness you're okay! When you just disappeared, I was so worried. Let me get this for you.
What are you doing here?
Apparently saving your ass once again. How many times has it been now? Uh-huh. Here, you might want these back. Let's go.
You can't be back here. This is for authorized... Zack?
It can't be. There.
Of course it's you. It's always you, isn't it?
There. You're alive.
Yes, and I'm just as surprised to see you, too. Although I really shouldn't be. I should have known better.
What are you talking about? Where have you been this whole time?
A bit slow on the uptake. Honestly, I expected better from you, Zack, the prodigal son.
You've been here with the Cloaked Brotherhood.
There you go. I knew you'd get there eventually.
Our last mission together. You, me, Damon, and the others. We had to transport the weapons. Seemed easy enough at the time. You were there on the crystal rail with us. But you weren't there when they all got attacked.
Apparently, neither were you.
No. I was sent to look for you. We thought maybe something happened when you didn't return from scouting.
Damon couldn't even trust me to do one thing. He sent you to fix it for me, didn't he?
He was worried about you. That's what happens when you're part of a team.
Don't give me that bullshit. Damon only cared about you. The rest of us only mattered in how we compared to you.
That's not true!
How would you know?
I knew Damon. He cared about all of us. We were a family!
You're still just as naive as before. And if Damon hadn't trusted you as much as he did, maybe he'd still be alive. You were sent to find me, but you couldn't, because I'm smarter than you, and always have been. It's too bad Damon wasn't able to see that, but I found people who did. If you had caught me, then maybe the attack wouldn't have happened. Maybe the Cloaked Brotherhood wouldn't have secured the weapons and killed everyone on that crystal rail. Damon died because you couldn't complete your mission. Oh!
Zack, what are you doing? Look at him. He's done. You don't have to do this. I understand your anger, your pain, but killing him won't make all that pain disappear. It won't bring back your friend. Don't stoop to his level. You won't be able to come back from it.
You really don't know him, do you? He's killed countless people just like I have. You really think one more to his tally will hurt his conscience? Don't be so stupid. Just do it already.
No.
You've gone weak. Maybe we aren't as much alike as I thought.
You're right. Because I'm nothing like you. I don't murder the people I care about.
What?
You were my brother for the longest time, and family is complicated. You'll have to live with what you did, and maybe it won't be today or tomorrow. But someday, your decisions will come back to haunt you.
That soft heart is what got Damon killed, and what will eventually kill you, too.
You did the right thing.
Hey. Yeah, I feel for Zack. It must have been really hard knowing that someone you trusted could have betrayed you.
Yes? The goal of this mission is to acquire the ledger which contains information regarding Kara's family, is it not? It is evident that these books are the ledgers which we seek. To find the specific book, we would need to require a lengthy amount of time which we do not have. I would advise all of us to assist in this function.
Amy's right. We need to find the ledger and get out of here. What date should we be looking for, Kara?
Oh, let me think.
Is that the ledger we require?
Why don't we just take it with us? We can read it at a more fitting time. Right now, we might have to get out of here before more of the Brotherhood finds us.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. We need to get out of here.
I'm acquiring proof should we wish to alert the proper authorities about the Cloaked Brotherhood.
Good idea. I think those will be enough, though. Let's go.
Can I help you?
Yes, we discovered something that might be interesting to you.
Oh?
There's a band of dangerous mercenaries living in this area. They're called the Cloaked Brotherhood, known for taking on jobs which hurt innocent people. We've just discovered their home base.
I've never heard of this group.
That's the point.
It's pretty hard to believe that a dangerous organization has been in this town the whole time without our knowledge.
They don't operate openly. Here's a list of some of their targets, and these are just a few of them. There's a whole room full of even more names and missions.
These are death dates.
Yes. Look how far back these dates and names go. They've been operating for a while.
Where did you say you found this?
There's a hidden doorway behind a curtain in the front room. You'll need reinforcements.
I'll look into this. If all of this is real, then there are serious crimes being committed.
Come on, let's go to the inn.
What if someone sees you?
It doesn't matter anymore. The scouts will return to headquarters to discover an army of guards storming the place. I'll be the last of their worries.
That's true.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes. No. But I need to. I need to know.
Take your time. Whenever you're ready.
At least now I know.
Oh, Kara! I'm so sorry.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Really.
I know. I know.
We should go. I feel for both Kara and Zack.
Ultimately, Ver was unsatisfied with the group, and to complete his initiation into the Cloaked Brotherhood, he had his team killed. Zack expressed that the Brotherhood's initiations require a hefty sacrifice. For Zack, it was to spill the blood of the innocents. It would stand to reason that the Brotherhood would have offered a similar mission to Ver.
That makes what happened even more horrific. How could he just turn on his team like that? Yeah, having an idea of what happened isn't the same as reality confirming it. Hey, how are you feeling?
It still hurts, but it's a little better now. Thank you guys for coming with me.
Of course.
We should get out of here.
Thanks for everything you've done for me. I know you all didn't have to go with me to find the Cloaked Brotherhood, and it means a lot to me that you did.
Of course. There's no way we'd let you go through that alone.
I'm glad I finally know what happened to my dad. It's a bit crazy, but my greatest worry wasn't just that he might be dead, but that maybe he wasn't and he never came back for me. It's okay. I know that he would never have abandoned me. Our separation was by force. There's no changing the past. At least now I can move on to bigger and brighter things. What about you? Running into Veyer was unexpected, and it sounded like you had a lot of history.
He was like a brother to me. We both lost our families. Both were orphans. And we were both taken in by Damon. He was the leader of our band of mercenaries, and like a father to me. He taught me everything I know, pushed me to become the best I could be, and showed me how to survive. Vera and I were the youngest. I was around 14 when I joined the group, and Vera had only been there a year longer. We bonded pretty quickly. At least, I thought we did. I've been thinking about what he said, and I wonder if he's right. Maybe Damon did favor me. No, of course not. Nothing can excuse what Veyer did.
What happened?
We'd been hired to transport a load of weapons. It was supposed to be an easy gig, one we'd all done many times before. Vera was our scout, and Damon and I guarded the trunk as we took passage on the Crystal Rail. Biggs and Jess were stationed in other Crystal Rail cars to spot any suspicious passengers. Damon sent Vera out to make his round on the Crystal Rail, as he had done a few times already. This time, it took longer than usual, and we were worried that he'd encounter some trouble. Damon had me search for Vera and give him back up if needed. I walked around the Crystal Rail, through the cars, asking the rest of our team if they saw him. No one did, and I couldn't find him. When I got back to Damon, he was dead. didn't have time to look at the bodies. The men who killed him were still there, so I jumped out of the crystal rail before they could get me too. I assumed Ver died with them. I mourned for him.
They never came after you?
They probably assume I died jumping out of the crystal rail. After I recovered, I tried to seek out what had happened, but for years I couldn't find a damn thing. I didn't know it was the Cloaked Brotherhood, and that Ver could have done that, or would have joined them. I lost everything that day, for the second time in my life.
And that's when you became the Deathslinger, isn't it?
Yeah.
The reports from the Mage Guild, they said you would take on suicide missions?
Missions kept my mind from thinking. I was good at what I did, and I had nothing to lose. But I don't need to be the Deathslinger anymore.
Oh?
I found a reason to live. I didn't mean you, jackass.
We should get some sleep. It's been a long day.